Hey everybody, coming back at you again with another 10 card recap of some recent cards that I've purchased. I want to start off by showing a couple cards from my favorite set, the 1960 Topps set here, and I've got a nice near mint 7 common of Chuck Esigian. Then a Hall of Famer Eddie Matthews, just an excellent 5 on that one. A little off on the centering, but a real solid card. Both these cards have really nice eye appeal. And then on to another card that has really good eye appeal. This 1962 Post Serial, Frank Robinson. It's hand cut. It's only a 2, and you look at the front. It looks like it could be possibly a 7, but the reason it's a 2 is because these are on the back of cereal boxes. So as I flip this card around, you can see kind of the glue stain from the inner lining of the cereal box. It's kind of stained it some, and you can see kind of from this side too. The cut is not perfect on it. But you flip it back over, and what you have is a card with very excellent eye appeal. That's my first post Frank Robinson card, and a really cool card. And I mean, really, when it comes to the grading, it's like, who really cares about the cardboard back? There's nothing on there. It's just blank cardboard. This is what it's all about, the front to me. So I was able to get this for a very good deal, and really glad to have it. Another card I've been really glad to have is this 1967 Don Drysdale. Now I have a Drysdale collection. This is one of the last key cards that I really needed for that, and probably my favorite of his Topps cards, especially from the 60s. This is by far his best looking card from the 1960s. This 67 Drysdale. And they go pretty high in price sometimes. I recently tried to pick one up in an 8 and just missed out on it. And this popped up in a 7, which is really what I prefer, to get it in a 7. And I got it for about half the price. I bid on the 8, which is good, which is about standard, but just a gorgeous card, and looks very nice. It's got good centering for a 7. Sometimes the centering on these 7s can be a little off from 67. But this one is a really sharp card, and boy, I'm super happy to have this one. Moving on to another card that has eluded me for some time, this 69 Lou Brock. So this card, if you get this card in a near mint, you'll be paying around $60 for, maybe even more, depending on the quality of it. It's just a tough card to get in high grade, and I think a lot of the times the centering on this is known to be bad. So I picked up this copy in an excellent 5, fairly inexpensive, and the key for this was just the centering on it is pretty decent. The corners are just a little weak on the corners. But that's why it's a 5. It's a legit 5. But a super colorful card. Love the color of that red Cardinals uniform there on Lou Brock, him standing right outside the batting cage. Just a really cool image of a really fantastic player. Then moving down into a couple cards from the 70s. Picked these up, bundled these up from a seller. Both these are near mint to mint 8s. They're just the MVP, and this chronicles Ernie Banks 1958 and 1959 MVP back-to-back years. Cool little cards. Some people aren't a big fan of the minis. I like the minis personally. I did not have these cards slabbed in the smaller miniature version, so I picked these up. I got them for a good price, and good to have them in the collection. Coming over here, a couple more modern cards. Football related too. So a 1998 Bowman's Best John Elway. Nice shine to that card. And then another card with a nice little bit of shine, this 2012 Topps Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's cards are understandably are fairly cheap right now. His career is in doubt with his arm troubles. Who knows if he'll come back, but he has proven himself to be a tough competitor and a fantastic quarterback. So we'll see. Time will tell. But I picked that up without really understanding the full nature of his injury. But I just saw that card and thought I'd pick it up because it was going for a good price. And then this Elway, one of the greats of all time. So both these in Gem Mint 10s. I'm not normally a guy that has to have thing in a Gem Mint 10. But I saw these and decided just, hey, I was going to pop on them and add them to the collection. And then one thing, I also got an ungraded card, but this looks like it's from Heritage from a few years back, maybe 4 years back. I saw this, my initial inclination, it just said it's a relic. I thought, well, that must be a Bob Gibson jersey piece. And then I bought it on impulse. I didn't pay a lot. It was like the minimum bid. But it's actually a Forbes filled seat. So Yeah, not a Bob Gibson jersey swatch, and even if it was, I probably wouldn't probably have paid like $6 for this shipped. So overall, it's still a cool card, Bob Gibson card, and I am a big Bob Gibson collector. If you've seen my other videos, so I did just pop on it. But hey, sometimes you need to do a little bit more research. But it was an impulse buy that kind of bought me in the end, or bit me in the end. All right, everyone. Well, that's all I have. It's kind of a short mail day. I do have a lot more stuff coming in, so I'll be making another video in a week or so. So until then, I appreciate your posts and comments, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.